Sounds amazing. Well, the vocal cords sound wide awake to me. That's fabulous. So, Waterboy, Rhiannon Gibbons and friends here backstage at the Cambridge Folk Festival. Was that the song that sort of started you off in this album? Because that was one you were performing in the music of the Inside Llewyn Davis film,
yes.
wasn't it? The big concert.
Yeah, that was the one.
Yeah.
That changed kind of everything.
And were you thinking of making a solo record, or was it T-Bo Burnett came up to you after hearing you sing that and say, I would like you to make a record?
That's what happened.
Right.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like, you know, sure, I would love to make a solo record someday. That was what was in my head. But then he said, we're going to do it right now. And I was like, okay.
Right, yeah. I mean, what were the songs you were looking for? Because, I mean, you have written one song on this, you know, but I think I read somewhere that you sort of still regard yourself as more as an interpreter than a writer at this point. Although perhaps the writing will develop as you go on. But what were the songs that you were looking on? Because it's an interesting selection. Some Dolly Parton one.
Yeah, well, I mean, I did have a little list of things that I was kind of like, well, I don't know if this would fit in the Chocolate Drops. I don't know if this would fit, you know, it was kind of like, it was my one-day list, and so one day just came a little earlier than I was anticipating.
Yeah.
But, you know, the list was kind of developing into this sort of, you know, survey of some of the women in roots music that I'd been inspired by over the years, and so it just seemed to kind of keep to that. The idea seemed to, you know, to keep to that sort of project seemed to be the way to go. So when we expanded the list, I kind of kept it to that idea.
I mean, the film Inside Llewyn Davis is kind of, you know, a really good portrait of that Greenwich Village scene from which so many great singers and songwriters emerged. For you growing up, was that a big influence? Were you? I mean, you're too young to kind of know it at the time, clearly, but was that a big influence, or were there other prime inspirations on you when you were growing up?
I had a bit of an eclectic, you know, musical upbringing, which I think kind of, you know, definitely has continued to this present day. You know, I mean, I definitely would have heard the folk revival. My parents were hippies, and you know, and I would have heard the pop music of the day and my own little kind of weird tastes, and you know, a little bit of classical, and you know, so a lot of country and you know, bluegrass and that kind of stuff. So just a little bit of everything, really.
Where did you grow up? What was the town where you grew up?
North Carolina, Greensboro.
Right. Okay. So is that a small town?
Well, I spent a lot of time in the country around the countryside around Greensboro, and then you know, it's like a small city.
Right.
you know, so it's.
So is it real country music territory or gospel territory or a blend of everything?
I'd say you know where it is. It's real. There's a lot of bluegrass going on in the Piedmont. You know, it's a hotbed of like old time music, and you know, but it's still kind of an underground thing. It's not like everybody knows, you know, all this music. It's still, most people know the popular stuff, and the root stuff is still kind of underground. But there's a lot of it still.
I remember last time you were here. Well, last time I saw you anyway. We were chatting over by the duck pond when you were here with the Carolina Chocolate Drops, and we were talking about the wood cake on the foot of the mountain.
Yes, that's right.
So that's the origin of that sort of music.
Yeah, we're in between the mountains and the sea.
Yeah, that's a particular sound that came.
It is, yeah. The string band music. A lot of people think string band music just comes out of the mountains, but it was actually all over the South, and it all had regional differences. And so the Piedmont style is different from the Appalachians, different from the coastal, and you know. Yeah,
fantastic. So nice to be back in Cambridge. I mean, it is one of the great events of the British folk calendar, I think. Well, the British music calendar.
Been dying to get back ever since we were here, so happy to be here.
Great, okay. Lovely to see you guys. I think we're going to have another tune now.
Yeah, we're going to do a North Carolina guitarist song. This is a song called Little Cotton, and it's called Shake Sugar Ring.
Okay, lovely.